My husband killed our 5 babies to provide specimens for his real wife's medical research. Now I am pregnant again. In the 7 years of my hidden marriage, I had conceived 5 children. Each one was stillborn. Gerald Raymond was heartbroken over my condition and specially hired a top-tier nutritionist to adjust my diet. He reassured me time and time again that we would eventually have a healthy child together. The day I found out I was pregnant again, my heart overflowed with joy. I rushed to share the good news with Gerald, eager to see his reaction. Instead, I overheard a conversation between him and his closest friend, Lucas O'Connell, just outside a private club room. "You killed Jenny One's 5 children just to provide specimens for Lydia Marin's medical experiments. Are you insane? Those were your own flesh and blood?" Gerald's voice remained indifferent, as if the topic had nothing to do with him. "Lydia is passionate about her research. I don't know much about medicine, so the best I can do is be her strongest supporter and give her whatever she needs." Lucas's voice carried disbelief and anger. "But those were your own children. How could you be so cruel?" Gerald merely chuckled. "Does it matter the marriage certificate between Jenny and me is fake? Any child she bore would be illegitimate, unacknowledged, unwanted. What does it matter if they lived or died? My wife can only be Lydia." At that moment, everything I had believed in shattered. The marriage I had cherished was nothing but a fraud. The man I had loved with all my heart was nothing more than a monster in human skin. Since this was the truth, there was no longer any need for illusions. Lucas's voice was heavy with emotion. "If Lydia is the only one you love, why did you ever marry Jenny? Why did you let her carry your children?" Gerald smirked. "Because Lydia wanted to study abroad and I, being a normal man, had certain needs. Jenny was still untouched when she got together with me, pure easy to deceive into a hidden marriage. Plus, keeping her by my side ensured she wouldn't go out and mess around, bringing back some disgusting disease." He paused, then continued with chilling nonchalance. "I don't like using protection and she was so desperate to be a mother. I figured why not let her have them for fun? Not like I ever planned on letting them live." Lucas's face darkened. "But you let her live in blissful ignorance for 7 whole years. You let her carry and lose 5 children, and now you are throwing her away like she never mattered. Jenny loves you deeply. Do you really think she'll survive this?" Gerald impatiently waved him off. "Enough. She was just a poor countryside girl who got lucky living a lavish life thanks to me. I gave her more than she could have ever dreamed of." Then, in an almost gleeful tone, he added, "3 days from now, Lydia and I will be leaving the country for our wedding. Be sure to attend and drink to our happiness." Lucas let out a long sigh. "Gerald, Dart, blame me for not warning you. Hurting someone who truly loves you, and one day you will regret it." Gerald scoffed. "As long as I can marry Lydia in grand style, I won't regret a damn thing, even if it kills me. Save your sentimental nonsense." Lucas shook his head, exasperated. There was nothing more to say. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. The joy that had filled my heart only moments ago evaporated, leaving behind a hollow emptiness. I stood frozen in place, my body cold as ice. Then Gerald turned and saw me. My tear-streaked face seemed to startle him. Panic flashed across his eyes as he rushed toward me. "When did you get here? Why are you crying like this?" His voice held traces of concern, even heartbreak. I quickly wiped my tears and forced a smile. "That's nothing. My false eyelashes weren't applied properly and one got into my eye. My makeup skills are just awful." Gerald let out a relieved sigh before pulling me into his arms. He stroked my hair gently and whispered, "See, you cry breaks my heart. Don't wear those things anymore. Okay, my wife is already the most beautiful woman in the world. Now let's go home." His words were as sweet as ever, dripping with affection, but they no longer held any warmth for me. Once I had adored him, trusted him when I had first graduated, and joined the Raymond family's company, I had been bullied and humiliated by my superiors.